Hello YouTube, this is Anime Saving My Life here. When I started doing these videos on NOFAP, I had decided that I would talk about any kind of difficulties I was having with mental illness. And it would be if I'm having any adverse reactions, adverse sort of effects from NOFAP as well as the benefits. And if I'm having any, if I'm suffering from mental illness, regardless of NoFap. So I have decided to document what happened last night. I had no sleep. It was one of those nights where I didn't sleep at all. What happened was the guy above me kept yelling and swearing at video games, so that was keeping me up. So I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't fall asleep because of that. So I didn't sleep at all last night. Just got down to an hour and a half long nap, and it was not very deep sleep. So I'm really tired, and I still have to go to work for a 4-hour shift of my second job. So yeah, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to drink energy drinks, but gotta do what I have to do. And how has NoFap affected me? Well, I can't say these nights are less common because it's like they aren't very common to begin with. I will say though that my energy level is more stable. I have bipolar 1, so my manic episodes they're not really manic, they're more hypomanic. Basically what they'll be like is I have high energy and it's more subdued. It's like I have high energy, I'm in a good mood, but it won't be as intense, and my depression won't be as intense either. So my mood will still go up and down. It won't be as extreme, and there's that. Plus, I have had times where I'm irritable or angry, or feel like I need to have an outburst of anger, but I felt like it was less intense of a desire to have an outburst. I still felt the anger, but I felt like I was in more control. So I know that's a problem with PTSD. You can have an outburst of anger. Although I wasn't the kind to have an outburst of anger very often. Although it has happened. It scared some people before because when I don't know if it's because of how I yell that scares people, or if it's because I don't yell and then when I yell it scares people because they don't expect it. But I guess I can scare people when I yell. But yeah, I seem to be I have better control of any outbursts I would do. I seem to have more stable energy levels. I seem to just be in better control of myself and be more constant as far as just being able to just be more normal, I guess. I don't know. Be more even is a better way of putting it. My mood. I mean, one person I remember said go with the flow, I think he put it as, but like I'll still go up and down in depression or some sort of manic like state, but it's like it's not as intense. And this morning at work, I was having a PTSD episode. I wouldn't necessarily call it a flashback. It wasn't a full-on flashback. What was going on is I have talked about how at a previous job, a coworker had sexually assaulted me, and at my morning job, I started worrying about being sexually assaulted there, even though there I had not. And the logic I was using was, at my other job, other people were around. At my other job, it's I'm supposed to be safe there, but I wasn't. So how am I supposed to be safe at my the job I currently have now? So I was really panicking about that. I ended up putting my coat back on inside the building, even though I was getting really hot, and that helped to give me some security, helped me give some comfort. I also was doing breathing exercises. I drank some water from the fountain, and I tried reminding myself, you see, the individuals who have touched me appropriately have, with the exception of one adult who was a family member, they've never been over the age of 18, so that helped me because I knew we didn't have anyone that young at that workplace in my department, so that helped me. I just remember that because it's like we have a more professional environment at my morning job than at that job than there was at that job. So yeah, it's a little difficult for me to talk about. It's a little harrowing is the word, as your word of the day. Emotionally upsetting. I'm getting a little tight in my chest right now from it, but it's upsetting. So PTSD seems to be helping me be in more control of my mental state, but I'm still suffering. Today is day 22 for me, so I'm still going along. I'm benefiting so far, and I'm not quite a third of the way to day 90, so we're going to see day 30, which is about a week and a day from now, so getting closer to day 30, the third way mark, and see how I look at day 90 to see if it's really like night and day like this say, or how, if it really is such a dramatic change, how PTSD still affects me at day 90. So like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and we'll see at day 90 how NOFAP has affected my PTSD, my autism, and my bipolar 1. Have a good day, y'all. Peace.